New videos every day.
Hi, Dr. Vince Belanzi here. I want to find out how good your balance is. So we're going to do a balance test. You're going to do a balance test. And I want you to refer back to this and see if you get any better. One of the biggest problems in our society is, especially people as they get older, they tend to not be able to balance. And it's a very, very serious problem when an elderly person falls, especially breaks their hip or something. It can be the end of their life. We have a lot of incidences of elder people still today breaking their hip and falling down, and that's really the end of it. It's something that you don't have to lose. Are you stepping off curbs and tweaking your back? Are you running into walls? Can you get grounded, or are you easily pushed over? These are important questions because balance is something that you can lose if you don't use it. And if you spend most of your time sitting in a chair, you're not going to be able to do much more than balance the recliner. So we've got to do some testing here and figure it out. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to test your balance. And here's the first one. So the first test. What we want to do, first of all, is see when you're able to use all of your senses, how good is your balance. So the easiest way to test that is just have you stand up on one leg. So we're going to have Karina do that, and we're going to see how long she can stay up on one leg. It's something we're going to compare to the other side. You should be able to stand up on one leg for a minute or so without wavering and moving around too much. If you find that you're having a problem with this, then be cautious and you can go ahead and put your leg down. But this looks pretty good. She's not moving around too much. I don't want you to touch your legs together. I want you to really depend on that one leg, and that's fine. So go ahead and put that leg down. Now we're going to lift the other leg up and we're going to compare. Let's see if you're more stable here or less stable. And it looks pretty good. So I could say that she has fair balance, at least when she's able to use everything. But now we're going to take a couple things away. Again, the one that you're wavering more on, that's the side to work on more. And we'll talk about advancing it from there. But this is the start. So the first test is to see, can you actually stand up one leg and not fall over? All right? So go ahead and put your leg down. Okay, so you have actually 3 ways to create balance. First of all, you have something called proprioception. That's the feedback or the information coming from your foot. You want to listen to the muscles and the Golgi tendon. You've got all this feedback. You want to listen to it to keep you up. You also have your eyesight. So you'll reference something in a room or the horizon, and you're able to balance with that. And then, of course, you've got your inner ear. So what I want to find out is, in Karina and in you, what's the predominant sense? And then what do we have to work on? So if you're doing this at home, you either need a friend, like me standing here, or I need you to have a chair nearby, or you can just stand near a wall, because what I want you to do is have a reference point. We're going to have you close your eyes. So get set up so that you have something you can touch, because if I close my eyes and I can touch the wall, I can often regain my balance. So we're going to check with Karina. I'm going to let you use me, okay? So I want you up on one leg. You can choose your leg. Keep your legs apart. You're going to close your eyes. And
I immediately can't do it.
Okay, so Karina is dependent on her eyesight. Not a bad thing, but she's too dependent on it, because if I take it away, she can't stand up. I'm actually helping her stay. So you need to work on taking your eye. Don't go blind, but you're gonna have to take your eyes out of the picture. Let's try the other leg. See how she does? Okay, so she's really dependent on her eyesight. And if you're doing the same thing as Karina, if you're toppling over, okay, I need you to do some blind type exercises, and we're going to have to get you listening to your feet again, as I need her to, and see if her inner ear is a problem as well. But that's the second test, because again, we took one sense away, and we're going to see how you do and how she does. So yeah, we need to work with Karina, so we'll do that. All right, so that's the second exercise. Okay, the third exercise, and we can progress this and we'll talk about that. But the third thing we need to consider is how good she's using her inner ear. Is that an important sense for her? Because eventually I want her to be able to use all 3 senses, and then she's going to be very grounded. So we're going to have her standing up on one leg. Let me set it up first. And if you're kind of falling over, then what I want you to do is be a little more cautious. We're simply going to have you tilt your head backward and forward and backward and forward. And that's going to start the fluid through your inner ear. It's going to take it out of the picture, sort of. If you feel real stable and you were doing good on the balance, then you're going to take your arm, put it out in front of you, and your head and your arm are going to quickly turn back and forth. But you want to turn your head along with your arm, and that's really going to get the juice going. You're actually moving fluid through your inner ear, and you're not going to have your reference anymore. So we're going to take her inner ear away from her. All right, you ready for this? So now let's start with the easy one. So you're up on one leg. You're going to tilt your head backward. You're going to come forward. You're going to go backward. You're going to come forward. Okay, she's a little wavering, but I would say she predominantly uses her eyesight, because if I take her inner ear out of it, she still has her eyesight and she's okay. So let's try the other leg. Okay, again, back, tilt your head back, come forward, go way back and come way forward. There we go. We're going to get that fluid moving. Okay, so she's an eyesight person, because if I take her inner ear out, she's still okay. So let's try the other one. I'm going to actually move away from you. Know that I'm here.
Okay.
Start to fall. But up on one leg, put your arm out in front of you. Doesn't matter which arm. Just don't whack me. Okay, so you're going to look at only your middle finger, nothing else in the room. You're not allowed to focus on the room. And you're going to move your arm out this way and your head at the same time. Okay, she does use her inner a little bit. It's nice to know that. It is actually a good sign that if we take it away, she has a little trouble.
Maybe I should
Yeah,
do the other
yeah. Let's
arm.
try the other arm. Yeah. So make sure you're turning your head. Well, again, we want to get that fluid moving. So she has a couple things to work on, and you probably found the same. So what we want to do is practice that. Practice on the weaker leg, right? And wherever you were really moving the most, that's what I want you to work on. And then eventually, if you put your eyesight and your inner ear and your proprioception together, you become very stable. You've seen those martial artists who are very grounded. I mean, we could talk about the ki or the chi and all that kind of stuff, but really they have a good core and they've got very good balance, and it's hard to push them over. So if we wanted to actually advance this, what we could do is I could get you up on one leg. This time I'll let you keep your eyes open and won't mess with you. But what I'm going to do is with you, if you have a partner, I can kind of push on her a little bit, and she has to recover, because in the recovery, she's going to train all those muscles and ligaments. She can actually hold a weight. I could have her hold a dumbbell and try to stay stable. And then the next step is to get on something unstable. So we could put her on some foam, some thick foam, or a pillow, or if you know what the Bosu is, or a balance board, or a core board. These are things that are going to wobble, right? The wobble boards as well. You can make your own by taking a piece of plywood and like half of a dowel or half of a sphere. Home Depot will make you one. At least the Home Depot guy I talked to did. So you basically get a couple pieces of wood, put them together. You're going to stand on that. It's going to be moving around, and then you get up on one leg, and you've got to do all this adjusting. But you're getting a workout while you do it, and you're training proprioception. You're training your inner ear and balance, and you're training to be able to use eyesight as a reference. So do these things, get better and better, and you'll find that you don't walk into walls. It just makes you so graceful. So I'm Dr. Vince Spallanzzi. You can ask me questions at info@austinphd.com. Please favorite this video and come back to see more. Thank you very much.